Recorded Books presents an unabridged recording of Invitation to the Boss's Ball by Fiona Harper, narrated by Rebecca Leeuw.
Chapter 1. The old oyster-coloured satin had the most wonderful texture, smooth but not slippery like modern imitations, stiff and reassuringly heavy. Anyone who saw the cocktail dress would just itch to touch it, and that was what Alice did, letting her fingertips explore it fully, lingering on the crease of the sash as it folded into a bow just under the bust line. This wasn't just a dress. It was a piece of history, a work of art. She placed it carefully on a padded floral hanger, then hooked the hanger on a rickety clothing rail at the side of the market stall. The next item she took out of the crate was totally different, but just as fabulous. A black 70s maxi skirt, a good label, with velvet pile deep and soft enough to get lost in and just not care. "We're never going to get the store set up if you don't get a move on." She looked up at her best friend and soon-to-be business partner, Corinne. Today, Corinne looked as if she'd stepped right out of the pages of a 1950s ad for washing machines or toasters. She wore a red and white polka-dot dress with a full skirt. Her dark hair was coiled into a quiff at the front, and a bouncy ponytail swished at the back as she carefully arranged gloves, little beaded evening bags, and shoes on the velvet-draped trestle table that made up the main part of Corinne's closet. Vintage clothing store, par excellence. In comparison, Alice looked positively ordinary. Like many of the other market traders, she'd gone for warmth and comfort over style. Her legs, as always, were covered in denim, and an old battered pair of trainers graced her feet. Corinne had already made fun of the oversized bottle green fleece she'd stolen from one of her older brothers. Okay, so she wasn't the epitome of style, but she didn't stand out either. She was ordinary, completely average. No point trying to kid anyone any different. "Hey, ginger nut!" Alice sighed and looked up to find the man that everyone at Greenwich Market knew only as Dodgy Dave grinning at her. "Cheer up, love, it might never happen," he said in his usual jolly manner. Too late. It already had. Exactly 6 weeks and 2 days ago. Not that she was going to tell Dodgy Dave all about her broken heart. I was just... She waved a hand. Ugh. Who cared? It was easier to play along than to explain. She beamed back at Dave and he...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?